of the home team, Bristol City, getting a big hand from a big crowd. Andy Leaning in goal. He's taken over from last season's regular Keith Watt, who's gone to Coventry. City's back four of Llewellyn, Newman, Pender and Bromwich. Much the same as last season. Bromwich in at the moment, John Bailey injured. An entirely new midfield engine room. It's cost City about £300,000. Smith is quick on the left, Shelton's a ball winner, Rennie's a good passer, Wimbledon is a running worker. Up front then, the spearhead for the home team, Turner and Taylor. Rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it? And they're rolling in the goal. And the Rovers lineup, Nigel Martin in goal, the England under-21 keeper. Crystal Palace want to pay a lot of money for him. They're talking about £750,000. Rovers manager says you better talk about £1 million. The Rovers back four, Alexander, Twentyman, Yates and Jones. Jones the skipper, the organiser. Yates, he's quick. Twentyman solid. Alexander quick, and what an improved fullback. A settled midfield of Mayhew, Holloway, Rees and Wilmot. Young Wilmot played for the City as a lad, still lives near the ground, but he's all Rovers now. Hard work is the name of the game for Rovers in midfield. Up front you've got Penrice and White. White, the big lad who does the spade work, makes the openings and does that. Penrice gobble them up. 48 goals in the past 2 seasons, 3 already this season. Today's referee, John Deakin. He's from South Glamorgan. So it's Rovers who will be kicking off the local derby in the all-blue, playing right to left. City in their red tops, white shorts, playing left to right. Holloway knocking it forward. That's Shelton. That's Llewellyn, giving Andy Leaning an early feel of the ball. Well, City have improved lately. They put 2 league wins back-to-back. Andy Leaning there, their goalkeeper this season, now that Keith Watt's gone. Yates up strongly. And a foul against Gary Penrice there. Well, on microphone with me this afternoon is Ken Knighton, the former Sheffield Wednesday player and Sunderland manager. Yates clearing. Rees has got time to calm it down. Back to Vaughan Jones. Devon White and Pender clashing for the first time of many collisions they're going to endure this afternoon. That's going to be a key clash. Big Devon White, who has caused Bristol City's defence lots of problems in the past. So, free kick to Bristol City. David Smith to take it left-footed. He'll take them on both sides. He curls them in from this side. Smith with the free kick. Not a good one. No trouble for Yates. Rees. And Penrice is away as Llewellyn misses that one. It's a great chance for the lad early on. Leaning did everything right. Wimbledon, Holloway. The pressure's still on. And Alexander's shot. Well, Ken, what a chance for Penrice so early.
Yes, I was quite surprised that he didn't take the ball further on and try and isolate the keeper more than he did. I'm sure Gary Penrice will be disappointed because that would have been a tremendous start for Rovers.
Taylor. Bromwich. And there was a chance there for Shelton. The Rovers defence a little bit caught out there as that ball came in. I think they were all leaving it to each other. Ken Knighton, a bit of a chance there for Shelton.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Taylor's control and the cross from Bromwich, and Gary Shelton gets in some terrific goal-scoring positions. I've seen him do that for Sheffield Wednesday, and Rovers will have to watch that. That's a terrific ploy from City.
Well, Paul Marden warming up there. It's Russell Bromwich's problem. The trainer, Buster Footman, gave him a few minutes to try and run it off, but Joe Jordan's now decided that young Marden must come on. Well, Ken, this is the lad that Crystal Palace are reputed to be willing to pay £750,000 for. Jerry Francis wants $1 million. Is he worth it?
Yes, I think he is. I think he's the most outstanding keeper we have in the country at the moment.
Wilmot. Rees. That's from Mayhew, but Llewellyn should cut it out. Does go. Smith. Twentyman before Turner. Pender. Taylor. Vaughan Jones. White, nice control on the ground. But gives it away in the end. Rennie picks it up. This is Smith. Taking Alexander on. And Mayhew and telling Smith there, it would seem that there was a bit of disagreement over how much reaction there was. And that melee breaks out Ken Knight, and it's not nice, is it?
No, I hope the game isn't going to be spoiled by these off-the-ball incidents. As you can see, Smith is taking on Alexander. Smith is going to be a threat to win Alexander with his pace. And there is no attempt to play the ball at all there. I think that Smith possibly made a meal of it, but I do feel that the referee should certainly take action there and book in Alexander. I am disappointed he hasn't done that.
Pender survives interestingly, and Rennie cool to knock it back to his keeper. Yates beaten by Taylor that time. Twentyman covering. Calm play by Twentyman. Newman gets it to City though. Holloway. Missed Cooley's header there. Rovers midfield really struggling, and Alexander rescues the situation there for Rovers.
Yes, we've got one or two interesting tussles, Roger, haven't we, today, and I think the one between Smith and Alexander could possibly dictate the result of the game. But I do feel that Bristol Rovers and Holloway and Rees have got to get a grip in midfield because they haven't really asserted themselves at all this far.
Smith header on there, and Yates did very well again there under pressure from Taylor. Wilmot. Vaughan Jones. Twentyman up strongly, Wilmot. But again, it's at the expense of a foul. Rovers certainly conceding a lot of free kicks. City haven't punished them for it yet. Can David Rennie conjure something up? Turner. Taylor. Oh, well, they certainly did conjure something up. A very well-worked move there. And only the woodwork saving Rovers. Well, as we see that again, Ken, a well-worked free kick.
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, they actually played the ball in short today. It was good skill from Turner to chest the ball down to Taylor, and it was a superb volley from Taylor. That's what they should be doing, rather than just knocking the ball high in the air. That's the first time they've used that floor, and it really worked for them.
White. Llewellyn first. Smith. Smith gets away. A strong tackle wins it for Rovers. Marden, good play there by young Marden. Well, there's got trouble over there again now between Smith and Alexander. It's a case of one Smith wreaking his own revenge for the early incident. The book is coming out. Remains to be seen who's going to go in it. It's going to be David Smith. Alexander also going into the book, so it is evening itself out.
Yes, it is, but he should have done it earlier on, and we've had too many off-the-ball incidents simply because the referee didn't take control of the situation early on in the game.
So Llewellyn with the free kick now played in. No trouble at all. Foul against Yates there for making a back for Taylor. And there's a booking here for, this is trouble now, he could be off. He is off. Goodness gracious me. Well, it appeared to me that he kicked the ball away after the free kick had been given. The referee took that to be dissent, and as he'd already been booked, and this was a second bookable offence, he's off, Ken Knighton. Is that how you saw it?
Well, yeah, Ian Alexander, for some unknown reason, just put his boot on the ball. I don't know whether he actually heard the referee blow for the free kick or not. If he did hear it, then you shouldn't kick the ball away so deliberately.
Vaughan Jones up well. Rennie hooking it back in. Taylor's in there. Keeper comes. And Reese knocks it away. Llewellyn finds Smith. City trying to keep the pressure on. Twentyman plays it away. Rennie again. Wilmot. Although that's a dangerous pass there by Penrice. Really put his goalkeeper in trouble. And the referee has again ruled that Turner fouled. What a dangerously ill-directed pass back there by Gary Penrice.
Yes, it was indeed. It's the usual trick of getting an attacker back in the defending position and not being able to size up the situation.
Llewellyn looking for a target to knock it to, plays it short to Taylor. Rennie. Newman. Smith. Can he beat Vaughan Jones? No, but Smith's got it back again now by Llewellyn. There's the cross. Up goes Turner. Penrice clears a little bit better that time, only as far as Martin. There's Nigel Martin, the £1 million goalkeeper, according to Rovers, earning his price tag. Newman cut out by Mayhew. Wilmot. Gary Shelton gets the ball on the way back. Newman. To Shelton. Played in for Wimbledon. There, the header's good. Oh, yes. Good football. Nigel Martin had to backpedal like mad. Nice move, Ken.
Oh, that was a superb move. That's what I said about Bristol City a couple of minutes ago. You see, the move starts deep inside their own half. They string a few passes together. It's a great run through the middle by Wimbledon and a great header. And Martin, once again, proving he's a very capable keeper.
Holloway. Mayhew. Chance here if he can get clear of Llewellyn. Gets it back in for Devon White. And it's wide. Well, it's a corner kick, so City just survived then. Well, that was Rovers' most meaningful attack since the early strike by Penrice.
Yes, it was, yeah. I think they've overcome the loss of Alexander now, and let's hope that both sets of players can give us a better second half, Roger.
So Reese with this corner kick. Penrice is up. As Turner got that away. What a shot by Jones! The long-range danger man for Rovers. Vaughan Jones, who specialises in these long-range goals, and he wasn't too far off there. So Mr. Deakin draws an end to a highly eventful first half of incident. Some good football, no goals. With Rovers down to 10 men, the big question is, can they survive in the second half, Ken?
Yes, I think they may do. I mean, it was a very tense and frenetic first 45 minutes. Rovers will battle to the final whistle, and I think the onus is on Bristol City to actually push forward and try to score a goal.
So Mr. Deakin, who's been in the forefront of the events very much, sending Ian Alexander of Rovers off, gets the second half in motion. City playing right to left now. No score. Mayhew on the ball for Rovers. Marden, who had to replace Bromwich, who went off injured, and the tackles go in again, and that's the first free kick. Well, Ken Knighton, as the former manager of Sunderland, put yourself in the respective manager's shoes here now and tell us what you would have told them each briefly.
Well, from City's point of view, I would have instructed the players to get Debbie Smith out wide and use his pace to really stretch them, because when you're playing against 10 men, you've got to stretch them from wide positions. From Rovers' point of view, Jerry Francis is obviously telling them to settle down, not get involved in petty off-the-ball incidents, which is what's been happening so far. And they've got to try and hit City on the break because they are a man short.
Llewellyn's throw. Gives it away to Rick. Yates. Reese. Penrice. Can't get it. Yes, he can. Too quick for Martin. Covering back. Penrice to Rumont. To Reese. Rovers stringing passes together. The man short, but not short on expertise now. In goes Mayhew. Gets his head to it. And a nifty save needed there from Andy Leaning. What a good move by the 10 men, Ken.
That's the first time Rovers have strung any passes together, and David Mayhew getting in a good strong challenge. But it was a good save from Andy Leaning.
Mark. Turner, Holloway seeing more of the ball this half, and Rovers using their pass back to the goalkeeper as often as possible. It keeps possession, it keeps the minutes ticking away, Ken.
Yes, that's right, yeah. They've only got Devon White up front. They've pulled Gary Penrice into midfield. They're trying to protect the back four, which is the right thing to do.
Penrice, Holloway. Knocking it in for White to challenge. Pender's above him though. Holloway got on the end of that. Couldn't shot him now. He's still got it. Vaughan Jones, no power. The Rovers skipper has gone to right fullback, so we don't see so many of those long throws from him on the left side. Penrice is taking those throw-ins now. So, Mayhew in a bit of space here, taking Llewellyn on. No, he's still there. There's a chance here. Reese over the top. Well, Mayhew's persistence there got him through, and Ken, what a chance for Reese in the end.
Yes, it was good play from David Mayhew, very good close control. It looked as though he was in a blind alley going nowhere. He was somewhat fortunate to get the bounce of the ball there. But again, good skill from David, and at least Rovers have created a chance. That's more can be said about the game so far in this second half. They should have done much better. They should have hit the target there, Roger.
Taylor, Yates battling away, winning it. Reese. Wilms. Well, 20 minutes into this second half, Mark Gavin's been brought on by Bristol City. David Smith off. Clearly Smith suffering injuries from that first half fracas with Ian Alexander, the man sent off. Ken, a free kick to City in a favourable position now as a former manager. What are the sort of things you're looking for now?
Well, this is where all the preparation on the training field comes to fruition. They spent a long time working on this. They see the Rovers wall lining up. All you expect is a shot on target.
Well, let's see if it's going to materialise. City have worked some good ones this season involving these players. Wimbledon on the ball. Shelton. Rennie's got a strong shot. Newman, who's off the ball out of the picture, could run in. They're trying to create uncertainty in the Rovers' wall, trying to get a gap. There it comes. It's Rennie, and it's messed up because Holloway of Rovers was quicker in his thinking than the City lads. They hesitated just too long, and the tenacious Holloway is in there for Rovers. You've got to do it quicker than that, Ken.
It was a waste, yeah. They've got to spend more time on the training ground, I think, following that.
So Wimbledon to Newman. Shelton. A minute chance here, but that man Yates, number 4 for Rovers, once again covering the outstanding defender in the match so far for me. Rees on the ball. A long one for Mayhew. It's a super pass. Mayhew should get it. What a good pass by Rees. This is Mayhew taking on the well and getting inside him again. Holloway blocked by Rennie. What a fine tackle there and a telling move. So, Vaughan Jones with a long throw situation. In for Devon White and the keeper. It's free. Well, it just, again, that man Rennie for City got a foot to it. 2 vital tackles by David Rennie in City's box. Would their faces have been red to match their shirts if they go a goal down to a team a man short? Twenty at the back, White's there, Penrice is there, Rennie again! Oh, and what a chance for Mayhew as that free kick eventually reached Rennie. He again could only divert it this time to Mayhew. What a great chance.
I think when David Mayhew watched this on the television on Sunday afternoon, through the fact that he could have actually put them 1-0 in front, he should have hit the target at least there, and I'm sure he'll be very unhappy with that finish.
Rennie. Rees. Holloway. Rees, Wilmot. Rovers are spreading it. That's for Devon White, but Pender's there. Penrice, chance here. Good shot. Oh, yes. That's an example of the sudden strike this little man can produce. From out of nothing, nearly a goal.
Yes, it was a good effort, Roger, but again, I think Gary Penrice would be disappointed they didn't actually hit the target. He struck the ball well, but the keeper didn't have to make a save.
To White. Nice turn. Nice turn. He's got Mayhew in support. If he can find him, he can. Penrice is going wide on the other side. That's a bad ball by Mayhew. He had Penrice hungry for the pass. Mayhew's done many things wrong today. This is Mark Gavin. Can he replace Smith as well? That's a nice ball by Gavin. Wilmington's made the run. Good early cross and a chance there. But Turner will not put him under pressure. Turner couldn't connect. Shelton back to Rennie. Knocked in. Bob Taylor's on it. But Yates got the boot in to again save for Rovers. And this is Devon White. 2 against 2 if he can find Penrice, but the inevitable whistle has gone. And the game will resume from the set piece. Turner against 20 men. Turner up. Jones cool, calm and collected. Rovers continue to survive, and with less than 15 minutes to go, they will be thinking they can get a point out of the game in which they had a man sent off before half-time. Turner, Twentyman coming off best. Holloway. Nice early ball to Mayhew. He's had the beating of Llewellyn. Will he make it the third time? But he does the early one. White's in there! Oh, what a good move and a good early centre and a good early strike from Devon White. He was only inches away.
That's one of the best moves of the game, Roger. A great ball out to David Mayhew. And David illustrating here that you don't actually have to go past the defender to get a good ball into the box. He actually just curls it round, and Devon White was coming on the end of it. And that was a good attempt from big Devon White as well. That's a great move. And what a difference it makes when you get quality crosses into the penalty area.
Rovers have tried to play offside, but Wimbledon has sprung the trap. And Jones happy to concede the corner. Gavin with the corner kick. Will City strike now? Can Rovers survive? Chance here for Shelton, but he can't get on the end of it. Chance for Pender to screw it back. Wide of target. Well, it's not his job attacking, but didn't make too much of a fist of it, Ken.
No, classic example of the wrong man in the right position.
Turner. Gavin flying up for it in space. Chance to take on Vaughan Jones. Good early cross. Turner. Oh! Rennie took it off Turner's head. Rennie desperately threw himself at it. No control with the header. Turner was waiting to knock it home. That'll be an inquest job for City on that one. So Wilmot with the throw as Rovers survive. Taylor. Shelton. Wimbledon. Reece's tackle came in. Mr. Deacon allowed it. Marden. Turner and the keeper. Oh, what a catch by Nigel Martin. That's why the First Division clubs want him.
Pat Jennings in his heyday would have been proud of this one. A one-handed catch from the goalkeeper. Nigel Martin not really been under too much pressure, but that was an outstanding save.
Should one of City's back four have pushed forward more, Ken? They've had four defenders there. They haven't been up against three or four attackers very often. Chance here though for Gavin, but he dallies and he dillies. And that man, Yates, there, the blonde lad, comes to the rescue of his goalkeeper. And once again, it seems City don't want to win, Ken.
Well, that's true, yeah. I think that personifies what's gone on all afternoon in terms of action in front of Nigel Martin. He's had very little to do, despite the fact that they have been down to 10 men for most of the game.
So Mr. Deakin blows the final whistle in this match in which we had so much incident, so much effort from Rovers, so little inspiration from Bristol City once they were gifted the opportunity of being a man extra. So Ken Knighton, as Rovers fans celebrate, you're summing up.
Well, all the plaudits have got to be to Bristol Rovers because they've worked extremely hard with 10 men, and I think Steve Yates and Jeff Twentyman both have had exceptional games in containing Robbie Turner and Bob Taylor. So I think that as far as it's very difficult to really assess who is the man of the match, but I think that the man in the picture now must come very close. Both him and Steve Yates have been outstanding today.
And so a final score then of Bristol City 0, Bristol Rovers 0. Certainly a case of much ado about nothing. Well, Jerry, an eventful game. Can we start with the sending off of your player? What were your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously he's gone for, as the referee said, 2 booking offences, one foul and one kicking the ball away, I presume. Although I suppose the referee didn't see their player kick the ball 20 yards over there, and we had a free kick in the second half. But I wasn't very happy with the referee at all in the first half, and I had a little word with him at half-time and told him so. I felt that the game was in danger of getting out of hand, and it was going through to the terracing a little bit, and I felt that I was going to have a word with my players as long as he sort of sorted things out a little bit better, and because I was down at 10 men by the time.
You survived for a point. What did you tell your lads at half-time? Because it's some rearguard action. In fact, you took the battle to them.
Oh yeah, a bit out of order there, survived for a point. I think there's only one team going to win it second half, and that was us. Not only did tactically we play superbly well, we hit the post, we had most of the chances. I can't really remember them having a chance second half, so I was delighted, and obviously a little bit disappointed we didn't perhaps snatch it, because Gary's Penrith's shot looked all the way there. David hit the post. Andy Reece should have done a lot better with a pull back close on, which he put over the top. No, a very good professional performance second half.
Disappointing result and performance from your team's point of view?
No. I thought we played well. We made 11 against 11. And I'm happy with the way we played. The game did alter with the sending off and with some of the bad tackles. But I'm reasonably happy. Obviously, we're alive to 3 points. But generally speaking, I could see in that earlier part when the game was there and we did play, I get a bit of satisfaction from that. In the second half, I go the other way. I wasn't happy with the way we played.
So you've lost Dave Smith following the incidents with Alexander. Do you have any comment to make on that?
Well, they participated in the game after the tackles, but it wasn't the Dave Smith that's been playing in recent weeks. And he was affected by the number of tackles which he received. And I think he's going to have a sore pair of legs tomorrow morning.
Well, you were a hard man when you played, Joe, but are you saying the Rovers overdid it?
No, because I thought the referee handled it well.
Well, that concludes an eventful, controversial afternoon here at Ashton Gate. I thought Bristol Rovers well worth their draw, especially with their 10 men. Bristol City, as Joe Jordan says, they'll have to play better than that if they are to challenge strongly for promotion. Well,